Hey guys, welcome to Opiumation, and this is the second video in the Arcane series. We're going to break down another little animation sequence. This is a really fun one, and without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, and before we get into the video, please can you drop a like, share as well for anyone you think that might be interested in this. It will really help my channel. Really appreciate that. Let's dive in and let's check this out because it's a really exciting one. All right guys, let's play this.
All right, everybody, follow me. Don't look down.
All right, I want to concentrate on the start, this bit. Check this out, man. All right, let's break it down, yeah, from the start. Get my pen ready here. Anticipation, right? Nice curve there. Colors are really important here too. You see the colors, you can see clearly the arm. So that's really good what they've done, the contrast with the colors. Composition too, you know, she's standing here and these guys are all standing here. Again, same thing I would chat about the poses. Look, negative spaces. You know, you can see it really clearly. You can see everything really clearly. Even here, that little bit there, negative space. So you can see all that really clearly. So that's the first thing. Check this. Now she jumps. So she's got that extension from there to there. So what is that? That's like, when we used to talk about shapes. So on my animation course, which you can check out on Skillshare, I talk about shapes where you're animating a square shape, or, well, to this extent, even this could be like a triangle, right? So overall shape of this character is triangle. And then it extends to a rectangle, more or less. So it's those, that's kind of like another version of squash and stretch. Instead of that squashy and stretchy, you like the volume, squash and stretch could be like the jump from like anticipation, squash, to stretch. So you're just bringing the whole body out. So all you're seeing is these, like, the reason why I'm emphasize shape is because all you see is shapes, right? Shape, shape, shape. And when you see shapes like that, triangles, zeros, rectangles, smaller zeros, it creates contrast. And in animation, that's what you want. You want contrast between each pose and the next pose. So that's really good, what they show here. And all you can all see is there's a straight line going up, line of action. And then the next pose, this is brilliant. See, look, then it comes into, is hanging in the air, the legs come over, everything's clear. You know, you've got the back leg there. And then as she lands, you've got a lovely C shape going through her body there, like this. Lovely, classic curve when you jump, you know. Everything's clear. You've got the energy of the arms to balance out the pose. This leg is balancing out as well. So it's all just a great pose in that area, being aware of this net positive space as well. So it's all clear. And then this is where, if you notice here, from here to there, that's one frame. One frame, and then there's a hold in the frame. So this is a kind of pose that you don't see, but it's like a kind of like a smear from motion blur, but you feel it. And it's following, again, it's following a nice path. It's following this kind of trajectory, right? See, until it gets there. And it's more or less the same pose from there. It's just a holding pose there. And when she lands there, there's a little bend. And then the weight takes it. And then let's just go back to that pose. But you can see it's just classic. I would even say, like, when you came here, the arm is here. You could even have made the arm a bit higher, but, you know, then snap in, but that's still cool. Look, obviously they're great animators, they know what they're doing, but it's still brilliant like that. It just comes here, and if you play in real time, so you don't really see it as much, but when you do like little smears like that, it adds something to the scene that wouldn't be there otherwise. See, when I critique this, it's bringing joy to my face too. That's when you know it's a good animation. When an animation brings joy, the whole series just brought joy to me to watch it. I think that's the secret. When you watch a TV show, it's like watching I don't know if any of you play football or soccer in the States, they call it, but you look at someone like Ronaldo, very skilled. He's a definition of someone who's worked really, really, really hard in his skill, and he's become brilliant. But then you look at someone like Messi or Ronaldinho, they're just a joy to watch, you know, because it just comes naturally to them. And this TV show is like that. It just watched it. I just liked it naturally. It just brought so much joy. I think it's because of the it is because of the animation. It just blew me like when I first saw it. It's just something I didn't really see this kind of style. I mean, I guess there is a kind of manga style, but it's just something different about it. It just really, really touched home with me. Like this quick. It's like a quick whip, almost like a whip there, yeah? It's like a drag effect. So he comes down, whiff, and then when he comes down, you can almost see here, when she comes down, sorry, the hips are there, but it's almost like the head is catching up now. So as it comes down, then the hips come into position, then the head comes in the middle, and then she goes the other way to balance. And then as she goes that way, recovers. So she goes that way, and she recovers, is coming back now. The hips are pushing this way. So she's pushing with the hips and these legs. That leg. So again, same thing, you know, circle, however you want to see it, or a triangle. And then extension, full extension, rectangle, right? Overall shape. Obviously, you're not going to do it like a rectangle. You're still keeping the pose and conscious of all of the shapes, negative shapes, and what have you. And then reaches out, hips, leads. Well, the hands lead, then the hips follow, and then the legs with the overlap. Again, there. And then you've got that. The reason why this is such a good change is because you've got a reversal C shape like this, and then you've got a strong contrast like this, and then it's set. And obviously she cuts in there and settles. But that was the main bit I wanted to show. And obviously here, when you look at this here, she steps on here first, then weight shift, and then she's turning. That's really smooth too. And that's basically, you're just making sure the hips are cool there. So imagine like you got the gizmo there. That's all you're doing. You're just tracking the hips from there to there. And that it's probably following a trajectory, probably is following a trajectory like that. That's what's making it smooth. The rest of the body then is overlapped and what have you. And then overlap, and see like the arm is the overlap there. She turns, then the arm recovers, coming back. And then the motion blur sorts all that out, right? And she lands there. Foot first, right? Then the hips are coming back, but the head is coming forward. Head is still delayed, and then it settles, comes back. It's classic, like, you know, drag technique. But the main thing of this video was the start bit, man. I just think, just this whip. I just wanted to show you this. That bit. So it's like basically 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 poses, right? And then you can put the breakdowns in. And then this pose is a holding pose all the way until it contacts. Nice holding pose. It's a bit of squash there. See, it's squashing. The leg squashes. This squashes. It's like almost like a spring, boing, and then she recovers, boing. Nice little touch on the hand there to take the weight of the body shifting that way. And then this arm is awesome too, because it's supporting. And then nice pose there. Must not mention that. Look at that straight energy there. it flows through the whole of the arms, you know. You're looking for that kind of line of action going through the whole arm. Like the eyebrows, you don't just do one eyebrow, you want like a nice flow going through the others. I'll get more into the facial animations later. I'll actually do some exercises for that. I'm meaning to do that. Come here, straight line, and then even this arm, when that's supporting, this one's coming up and it's kind of recovering. I love that. It recovers, nice line, and then it's coming back. And then it comes here and it's dragging, right? It's dragging, and then it leads with the elbow because it's looking for this target. And then even here, like, look at all the finger poses, they're all nice and clear. Here as well, you've got this nice negative space there. You know there's two separate hands, because if that was that here, it's same skin color, so it will cover it. And then even up until here, you can see, and then it grabs. Nice detail there on the ledge too. Every little detail was really, you know, taken into account. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share with this one. And the next one, we'll go over the neck shot, where they come out of the tunnel, but I'll show you that in the next one. Hey guys, I hope you liked that analysis. Hope we can learn from that as well. I've learned quite a lot, you know, just thinking about going back to the basics, being clear, clarity, animating in shapes like we talked about, keeping it simple, which is so important. You know, a lot of these poses are simple, but they're strong, you know, they have strong lines of action, they have strong flow going through the body, and they're just this is effective. There's simple stuff, but it's so effective. So if anything, we can take that away from it. That's the main thing, I think, just that clarity. Looking forward to doing more. You know, I talk a lot about the simplicity of posing and stuff in my course Skillshare, which you can check out in the description below. But I'm looking forward to doing a lot more of these. I've got a whole load, as I mentioned in the first video. So yeah, we'll dive into those. I'll try and do one every day, because I'm enjoying this, going through it. Sometimes it's good to go through the good stuff, you know, because it retrains you as well, even as a professional animator. So I'm looking forward to that. And please, if you like and share, because it will help my channel. And if you think anybody else will like this stuff, please send it out and support the channel. Appreciate everyone supporting the channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Happy animating. Stay healthy, keep fit, train, do some kind of activity every day, you know, if it's a walk, anything. Look after your health. And I will see you in the next one.